Hello everybody, it is me, Hyperwarschan here, and welcome back to FPSL, or former PlayStation League, depending on what you like to call it. However, for me, I will still be calling it FPS, because that's what I know it as. jokes. Anyway, we are here with round number 1 of Season 4, and, well, this is going to be an interesting little campaign, I believe. Harder competition, much harder than the previous seasons. And I definitely think this one will be interesting. We've got some new friendly faces. Some new faces in FPS as well. Some guys with some changed usernames. And definitely a very all-round good season, I think. A good grid. A nice little grid. Just need to check I'm on the right account. I did sign into the FPS account, but the stream's not up for me, so it may be up for like others, but I don't know. Yep, it's on the FPS account. Unfortunately can't copy the link into the chat because I deleted PS messages. I'm a dumb fuck. Anyway, I'm just gonna check because I did promise some pre-race. So 2 people have asked to join in an interview. I will just invite some of them now. I'll actually post the party invite into the chat, just so people know where it is. If I could actually be able to invite just a chat. That's not party invite, is it? You dumb idiot. Invite message group. There we go. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm just re-downloading PlayStation messages because I kind of need them. So do give me just a moment for that. Do-do-do-do. Diddly-did-do. Done. There we go. That should be downloading. I'll check all the comments on stream as well once it's loaded for me on my YouTube. No, apparently it's still not come up, so I don't know don't know what's going on, because we should be live, but the channel's saying we're not, so that's fun. I am definitely on the right account, right? Of course I am. I've checked it. I know I am. Right, I'll just check chat through here. It's so much easier. Conal stole my seat. That's a big F. PlayStation messages. I've got you back. Nobody's actually joined for the pre-race interviews yet. I've chucked a party invite in. Hopefully they'll join once they realise. Broadcast. Hashtag let's duo commentate. How about no? I would say yes, but I prefer going solo. Now I'm just sorting some stuff out here quick, so I'll be back in a sec. There we go, I'm back. that was very easily sorted out. But we're just waiting for Jigsaw to get in, so yeah, we'll be ready to start. Unfortunately, there's no Gavin, which is kind of depressing. That's some memes about him. So Gavin's gone. End me. And well, Jigsaw, we're just waiting for him. But yeah, this season's looking like a stormer already. It's going to be good. So I'll just quickly go through the drivers. Just slowly scroll through. So I went from past Force India very quickly. Don't actually have a team I prefer to win here. I would just like anyone to win. Bro, everyone's getting triggered as they're waiting past 8:03. Mad. It's mad. As a commentator, I'm allowed to say this. Also because, like, Trench is my bum boy. I mean, well, definitely not. Notifications. Not on the lock screen, please. Not on banners. Yeah. Nope. Do not give me notifications. There we go. I literally just look in the chat and I get like 102 notifications. Actually, you know what? As I can't see this stream, I wonder if I go on Formula PlayStation on the official league account and I turn notifications on. And then hopefully that should come up. Nope, it doesn't come up. And I've even got notifications on. Why can't I just see a Formula PlayStation race? I want to be able to watch my own race. The one that I'm commentating. Like, come on. Is that too much to ask? Like, it's actually too much to ask? Who's Gavin? Dunno, mate. Gavin's gone. That's LR Gavin. Oh, here we go. Finally, I can see the stream. Where's the interviews? Well, I invited people to the party and they just didn't turn up. And now it's 8 o'clock, so we can't do any. Not my fault. Hashtag not my problem. Grab a few drivers. I've invited like every single driver, apart from Fashings and like a few others, but still. I've invited like a few drivers for a post-race interview, none of them have joined. It's not my fault. Listen, I'll have pre-race interviews. I'll have post-race interviews at the end with top 3 and whoever, you know, I think deserves one. Fuck it. Anyone who joins can have one. So I don't do interviews because drivers just don't want to join. Also, I'm not a people person. Fuck, we just have a post-race interview instead. Yeah, that's good. This race is not sponsored by any water. I'm just drinking water because I want to. I've been told I'm not allowed to officially unofficially sponsor water because, yeah, been told I'm not allowed to. Which is big sad, to be honest. I was really hoping I could, you know, get those water sponsorships for not just me, but for FPS too. Do 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 it do 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 it do do. How's everyone's day today? As I can tell you, mine's been brilliant. I've been doing some personal stuff for Rising... Well, not personal stuff, but stuff for Rising Phoenix. So, you know, that's fun. Do 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 Trench is This name. I'ma get you. I'ma get you. So much. And okay, everyone's here, let's go. Let's ready up, ladies, and flex Martin. Sorry, flex. Yeah, flex. Weird flex, but okay. Now, you know what? Today, if I get like 3 jokes, 3 name puns about different drivers, I think I can, I think I deserve, like, I don't know, driver of the day? Something like that. Is that what we get? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Curse the 5 people who don't ready up. You've all been cursed. Sankey, you're cursed. Brown's cursed, Lightning Poker's cursed, and so is Radar. Fuck you. Anyway, we're here at Canada. I only just remembered it's Canada. And I've been sat in the lobby for ages looking at the same background. Mad shit. Well, that's definitely a race that can go many ways for people. With 3 DRS sections, one of which is small as hell. The other 2, half decent. A really awkward final corner if you're trying to make an overtake. It's kind of a very tight and compact track. A lot of people like it. Some people don't like it. Others think the DRS section in the middle sector is stupid. I say yes. I just nod and agree. But it's a very good track. Many people enjoy it. So we'll wait and see what happens. I'm expecting the fastest laps to be in about the 108s, and maybe the 107s. Again, not Trench. Oh, okay, never mind. We're just gonna completely ignore the fact that that said 3 laps. Just completely ignore it. Anyway, the first driver out will be someone. Probably Luke Vessel, knowing him. And it's a Ferrari. Oh no, there's a car already out on track. Oh, Rob's left the session, big rip. And the first car out is Fashing, so it's Toro Rosso. Let me just check in chat to see if there's been anything said about a lobby restart, or if Rob's just lagged out, because you never know with this game. You never know. There we go. Okay, I know Rob's just decided to go into a reserve race. That's fun. Anyway, we'll watch Fashing, so his first lap here. Out on the mediums. Most people choosing mediums, but Trench and Radar have both gone for the hards. And that's interesting. Very interesting. Just doing that thing like when people are thinking in movies and they're just stroking their beard. That's what I'm doing. Except I don't have a beard. It's kind of just like stubble. Oh, when he's binned it in the Wall of Champions. Well, he didn't bin it, but he crashed into the Wall of Champions and lost part of his wing. So I'm actually going to presume that's... Oh, he's still going for a quali lap. He's got jacking off in front of him. Oh, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. No. Oh, no. I can't do it. No. Oh, I actually can't. There's a yellow flag in sector... No. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. It's probably someone, it's a Haas. Or a Renault, I don't know, depends. Colours don't work well on this track. Like yellow on yellow, it's hard. No, it's a Haas. It's 100% a Haas, okay? It's a slow Haas. Which is pretty normal. Anyway, Fashinks coming through here. Not actually use up all of DRS. That's pretty good. Luckily this time didn't bin at the Wall of Champions, as he sets a decent level 1, 10.5, which is not beaten by anyone. We'll move straight down to Luke Vessel, also on the mediums here. As Redar goes pole for 110.2, Luke Vessel for 19.4 on the mediums. Definitely fastest lap, should be in the 108s, I believe. Maybe even in the 107s. As Trench goes through 111.3, Brown sitting at 110.9. And look at this for Shea. This is looking like a very decent lap here to start off with. He's got a Renault in front of him. I believe that may be Reese or Mayo Man. And Shea puts himself on pole for 19.4. Very, very close to Luke Vessel's time, but Shea's is on the mediums. Can confirm it was Mayo Man setting his lap as Flex Marcel with a 1.9 dead on. 4 tenths faster than RP Shea. Up the rise to Phoenix, lads. Collins sets a 110.999. Nice. As he puts himself up into 8th place. We'll move down now to Reese, who's already set a lap so far. And this lap is looking rather decent for him. As he comes through, doesn't hit the Wall of Champions, and it will be quite a slow 1.9.6. Very surprising for him. Normally he doesn't set such slow lap times. Sam UK has just set a lap. Jack King coming through to the first DRS section now. Buttons back set a 19.3. There we go. Mike sorted out, and that was a new lap there from Sam UK, just set a 110 dead on. 2 tenths above Redar. 4 tenths behind Reese. As there's still a few drivers who haven't set a lap time yet, 8 to be exact. 3 of them out on track now. Lightning Poker, Ghost Rider, and Jack King. As Jackson used the slipstream of Mayo Man there. Mayo Man has already set his lap. This could be good for Jack. Oh, as he's binned in the Wall of Champions, that is not good at all. Luckily he didn't stop his lap too much, however the contact will have definitely hindered him. Jack now into 5th. It's actually... Oh, Sam's just parked it there. You're actually going to go down to Lightning Poker now, who's just come through the final hairpin. Down onto the back straight. Look in the chat, see what's up. Someone's name out Reese. Didn't understand though. Oops. And Lightning Poker comes through with a 112.7. Ghost Rider also set a 114.0. RP James and Trinksy both on a lap as well. Luke Vessel has retired, taking 4th place and mediums here. As Sam UK actually causing that apparently. Well, according to the game, I can't confirm. But he gets a 5th place grid penalty, which means he will move down from 7th to 12th if he keeps his current position. And nothing else changes. Have it on board with a very laggy Trixie. I think everyone's lagging here a bit for me. I don't know why. But Trixie gets a purple middle sector. Hopefully his last sector can be as good, if not better. Puts on the DRS. He's not close enough for any slipstream. So him and James will be fighting for lap times here. Sankey Dead and Conal both on laps as well. We'll keep an eye on both of these guys. RP James invalid. Trinksy has gone 8th position of a 110.2. Just faster than Redar. Now I'll move down very, very quickly to see what Sankeyeded's up to. And then back to Conal. Back on Sankeyeded. I have no idea. But anyway, looking at the standings, it's looking pretty good for Flex Marcel so far. The only person to have cracked that one, like, into the, well, with some very, very low 1-9s. Hopefully someone else can do it as well. Expecting Conal to be able to, you know, really push for it. But Sanka here is going to come through with a Force India in tow. Sanka's got a 111.1, and I believe the Force India may have been trenched there. Yes, it was a 110.2. Just outdoing his teammate very, very slightly. I'd have to say the Force Indias are ones who can get the championship this season. I really believe that they have what it takes. As RP James goes pole, the first person to break the 109 barrier, and he's done it. He's on pole, but there's still 9 minutes left to go. Maybe I was wrong about there being people being in the 107s. Lightning Poker now still on a lap. I think he's decided to go in the pits. Surely that's a drive-through penalty, ref. Buttons back on on a mission to collide with a Force India there. I don't know who that was. It was Trench. Yikes. That's Trench's wing gong. Hopefully he didn't want that. Very much so, hopefully. Buttons back flies straight back into the pits though. And I believe that was Jack King. No, it wasn't Jack King who just came through. It was indeed Ghost Rider. Brown on a lap, Reese on a lap as well. Mayman could have given the slipstream there as he's on an out lap. But I guess these two may not be in a party, so they're probably not able to communicate. However, I know all the RP boys are. So hopefully some of them may be able to give each other slipstream. Even though they're not in the same team, they're in the same esports team, so, you know. Anyway, Sector 3, there's a yellow flag. It's a wild RP James. As Reese comes into the final corner to... Ooh, very, very nice out of there. As Reese is going to get a 108. And it's at 108.9, and he is on pole. I mean, the difference between first and second here. Very, very nice indeed. Jack King also on a lap. Oh no, it's invalid. Ignore it. Sam UK, invalid. Mayo Man. Super Fighting Robot. Mayo Man. Where's Fashinks? He's done 4 laps on his mediums. What are you doing, son? What are you playing at? Where's Ghost Rider? He's there on 13th. Okay. We'll keep on board with Mayo Man though. Watch him, see if he can improve his lap time. As he comes through the second sector. 41.6 seconds on the clock. Where is Mayo Man? So first sector was a bit slower, second sector quick enough. So it's currently just under a 1/10 of a gain. Hopefully his third sector will prove very vital for him if he can just get this final corner right. Oh nope, he's going into the pits. We'll go watch Ghost Rider. Oh, Flex Marcel's tried to set a new lap. I'm gonna go watch that. Rest in peace. The one time someone's about to get on, you know, the standings, and they're just like, no. No, not get on the standings, get on the YouTube. The commentator's just like, no. Oh good, he's going into the pits anyway. So yellow flag in sector 3, not sure what this is for. Probably the same thing as always. Someone has probably binned it. As Flex slides through. And this is going to be a quick time. It's a 19.6. Oh, not too good actually there from Flex. Don't know if Jack King improved his time, but I will just check. Nope, it was Oh, nope, it was worse. Might just be checking out his times here. But Trinksy on a lap with a Toro Rosso in front of him. That may be Fashinks. Oh, no, that is Fashinks. So Trench on a lap, as well as Sankey dead, who's just about to come and set 1:10.3, moving himself into 14th. And behind him was Lightning Poker. Currently the medium is on. He's going to set a 1:10 as well. It's 1:10.2, putting himself into 13th. And wow, it's very, very tight here in the midfield. Trench of 41.7, is that an improvement on his time so far? Yes, yes it is. His best lap, 1:10.2. He is improved already by just over a tenth, possibly even 2 tenths here. So really Trench needs to get into those 1:9s to be able to even get into the top 10 with 4 minutes remaining. It's going to be a 1:10.095, and it's just scraping in to 10th position. And his teammate Redar just behind. I'm sorry Trench, but I think you're out the top 10. Wait, no. Oh no, Redar's lap was invalidated. Ignore me. I'm just a bad commentator. As Trinksy comes through the 1:9.6. Sorry Trench, but now you're out the top 10. I mean, some people are still coming on out laps right now. You know, it's really, really hard to say. As did Shay just improve his lap time again? No, he did not. Okay. Oh no, unless he already did. Oh, so he did. Improved from a 1:94 to a 1:92. It's actually moved him up 2 places in front of Luke and Buttons back. Ghost Rider on a lap, so is Mayo Man, who's further on. I believe Mayo Man is. Colin is also on a lap. Hi Colin. And so is Colonel. Let's go watch Colonel. Oh no, he's not using any RS. Let's go watch Mayo Man instead. Sorry Colin. Fashink's also on a brand new lap. Still Colonel and the Jig yet to set lap times. Mayo will just compare yours now to see if you've improved at all. Your first sector much better, but only slightly actually. Second sector a little bit worse. Mayo needs a lot to improve this lap. He's going to have to do a lot to even get into the top 10 here. It's really, really tight, and it's a 1:10.4, which keeps him in 16th. Colin beats him at 1:10.4 as well. The Jig just starting his lap and he's got traffic. He's had traffic. Oh, this is awful. The Jig start. I mean, wow. Just wow. Ghost Rider going 7th. Bloody hell. And Brownson come across the line with a 1:9.9, which isn't an improvement, unfortunately. Sam UK also on a lap. A lot of people are on laps. I think Conal is the man currently on a mission, needing to get into that top 10. He's taking a fine line there. Will he get into the top 10? Yes, he will. As it's nope, no, he won't. No, he won't. It's invalid. It doesn't matter. It's invalid. Conal's retired. That's just what you call a rage quit. And he might not even be rage quitting, but the Jigsaw, the 1:11, but it's unfortunately invalid as well. Mayo Man, don't know what you're doing. I think you missed the pits. That was fun. Colin, not finding the track. Sankey there, just finding Colin, who's trying to do a U-turn. That's fun. Oh dear. RP James has retired from the session. Sam UK's got into the top 6 as well. Buttons back. Oh, Sanka has got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with RP James. Again, like with Sam, not sure if that's his fault. But Sanka's retired as well. And Colonel has just said he would have been pole if he'd done his lap, which is unfortunate, really. Well, fortunate for the guys if they're at front, unfortunate for him. However, Reese is currently taken first. James has currently got second. Flex Martin and Buttons back both could answer that question. And Jackings has a chance as well. There's a 108.5. Well, could Flex Martin, heck, could even Buttons back beat that time? It's looking unlikely, but Buttons back will be improving. It's a 109.2 as he's beaten Shea. Sam UK out. Flex Martin if a 108.5, and he is in pole currently. Lightning Poker confirming 13th. Mayor Manager Jigsaw both not in the top 10. Radar if a 18.4. Wow. Wow. Jack King getting 11th. A man who was at the front for most of the last season. When I've got to look at these standings, it is so tight in the top 10. Radar followed by Flex Marcel. I kept calling him Martin, didn't I? Oh well. Then Reese, James, Buttons back, Shea, Trinksy, Sam UK, Luke Vettel, and Ghost Rider. Unfortunately, Sam UK has a 5-place grid penalty. Next is Jack King, Brown, Fashings, Lightning Poker, Trench, Sanka, Colin, Mayorman, the Jigsaw, and Colonel. Sanka got a 10-place grid penalty. Wow. Sanka really getting fucked over there, but Trench, man, very, very surprised that he's not in the top 10. Honestly, that is a very, very surprising thing. You know, Trench being the Season 1 and Season 2 champion, and then losing it in Season 3 to Big Slater, but, you know, wow. Just, wow. But a lot of drivers at the front, starting on softs, well, all of them on softs. The grid was so tight you had to, basically, to get a good position. The one thing I want to know is, what will the midfield guys do? You know, if the grid was so tight, do you think 11th place will, you know, choose to go onto the mediums? Or will they play it safe and go on the softs? Like, who's going to take that risk to go on the harder tyres? It's like, those softs won't last forever for some people. You know, Fashink's probably used like 10 sets of softs in his lap. And we've got a formation lap, so we're able to see now. So, looking at the tyre... Oh, Luke Vettel was able to choose medium. Wait a minute. That's not right. Holy shit, it was. Luke Vettel set his time on mediums. Okay, so Luke Vettel definitely has an advantage here. Or it could be a disadvantage, you never know. Then Brown and Fashinks both chose the mediums. Everyone behind up to 16th chose the softs. The Mayorman, the Jigsaw and Sanka all going different by choosing the mediums or the hards. Very interessante. So, you know, if I get to talk to Fashinks, I want to know why you chose the mediums. I really want to know this. Like, that is my question of the day. Also, why is James like 4 seconds behind? Come on, man, hurry up. Like, what are you doing in your life? Button, I'll give you like 20 quid if you want to bin him. Like, look at this, man. 6 seconds. Jeez. You're so slow. No, 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 no. No. Wait, hold on, did Jigsaw get... No, he didn't get disqualified. Is that like the first formation out where nobody's got disqualified in FPS? Mad. But it looks like it is V Radar starting off at the front of the grid, followed by Flex Marcel, then Reese, then RP James. Which actually means we have 3 different nationalities all represented in the top 4. Up to the top 8 we've got 4 nationalities. Lightning Poker being the only other person from a different nation. 5 red lights. And away we go. It is a very, very nice start from most of the drivers. Hopefully they won't be turning time on dive bombs, but there's already been one there, as I believe that was Fashinks. Try and make... Oh no, it's Sam... Is it Sam UK? Or is it Brown? It's Brown. Oh, this is going to be horrible too wide. I've got no volume. And oh, there's already a car on the grass. Some people have spinned it in the wall already. This is going to be fun, as Colin has actually ended up being at the back. And here we go, here's our volume back. There's already been a crash in Sector 2. Well, everyone's in Sector 2, but I think it's the Jigsaw Moto. As I'm watching the front guys here. It looks like Button's back on the back of Shay here. Button taking the initiative and making the dive. That was a very, very clean move. Ooh, Shay almost cutting Trinksy off there. So it looks like Fashinks lost a few positions off the start. I don't know what happened to Mayo Man or to Jigsaw. But looking at this camera angle, to Jigsaw doesn't have a right side of his wing. Meanwhile, at the front, oh, there's been a collision. That's Luke Vettel. Luke Vettel off. Reese taking fastest lap. And ooh, a massive dive there from Ghost Rider. I don't know if he's trying to kill himself or make himself a ghost, but whatever he's doing, stop it. Get some help. Just like the camera angles, stop. Start being good. I mean, you can see how close these guys in the midfield are. I actually don't think I'll be able to look at the front runners with a midfield this compact. This will be very, very interesting. And with DRS, this straight alone is going to be very scary. If anyone makes a dive bomb here, it is going to be anyone's game. As Luke Vettel's overtaking Sanka dead here. But Sanka pushing back hard. Lightning Poker also trying to get in on the action. Conal and Jigsaw, I believe, both had to pit, as they now start on some fresh tyres. Reese is being chased down by Marcel, but Reese says no. And James has already got some multiple warning penalties. Fun. Flex Marcel obviously doesn't know how to use ERS. That's fun. As Button's back sets the fastest lap. World's gone crazy. But Radar leads, and it looks like it may be a commanding one, as Sam UK's dropped down a few positions. He's now being pressured by Jack King. Even Ghost Rider's actually got in front of him here. Well, Sam's tyres really getting worn out by the fact that he keeps going over the grass. Ooh, was that brake check? I don't even know if it was a class as a brake check, but Jack definitely had to slam on the brakes there. And he kind of just broke the normal part. I think Jack may have actually lost where his braking point was. But RP Shay quite close behind Button's back. A little bit of lag here and there. I'm just looking up and down the grid as it's kind of spread out a bit, but not too much. As we enter lap 4, it looks to be Radar, followed by Reese, followed by Marcel, followed by RP James, and then Button's back with Shay right on his gearbox, lagging into him, as Sam UK has just dive bombed Ghost Rider, and Fashinks making his way up there. Fashinks has got his wheel in. Sam, very, very smart to back off there. Didn't want to make an accident. As Trench and Ghost Rider, ooh, there's been wings lost. There has been wings lost as Ghost Rider is round. He's got to watch out if Conal doesn't want to get him as the Jigsaw left the session here. Don't know if it's lag issues or if he just quit. But still, Lightning Poker looking up the inside of Sanka, who's ended up cutting a corner there. Possibly just evasive action. Will Lightning Poker make the dive? No, but Sanka goes way, way, way deep. As Colin is able to make the move past. Don't know why I said Trench earlier, but Flex Marcel and James all... Oh no, Flex Marcel's had to go in the pits. Ooh, interesting. As so has Fashings. Is there a safety car on? I don't know. I believe there is, considering Trench supports it a lot more than me. As it looks like hards for Fashings, Trench, well, Fashings and Trench, whilst Marcel and Sanka both choose the mediums. Ghost Rider also going into the pits, which is expected. Looks like the current leaders have kind of got a gap to the rest of the field here. As Sam UK's retired, I don't know what's happened. Looking at it, it may have just been from this corner. Sam UK may have ended up binning himself. Can't see his... Oh, his car's there. Ooh, that's a nasty place. This is a virtual safety car. It's very much a nasty place to crash. As Radar will cross the line. Reese using this opportunity to go in the pits. Quite a smart move here. As under VSC, Shea really on the back of Button. Possibly trying to get a good start out off the gates. As Reese will be entering the field just in front of Colin. But the virtual safety car is still going. It was definitely a good pit stop idea there. Marcel really unlucky of when he had to pit. But only was able to stay out just another lap. As DRS has been enabled, it's back underway. Reese is 4 tenths behind Jack King, and the restart is just on the DRS section. Whereas Mayoman trying to close in on Colin under the DRS section. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as effective. As looking down the grid, it looks like Trench may have a fun time here with Fashings right in front of him. Obviously, this DRS section is more of we can close down the gap for the long one at the back, but it's still a very good one to get. However, if you do get the toe, there is a chance that you may end up going off, as Reese has just overtaken Jack King. Unfortunately, I missed it, but hopefully we'll get a move between Colin and Mayoman. As James has actually just overtaken Brown the last second as well. Looking back at Mayoman and Colin, Mayoman really running up the pressure. You can also see that Flex Marcel very, very close to Brown. The Jigsaw is back. And with some fresh tyres too. Flex Marcel 3 tenths behind Brown. Oh, Colin's done deep. Colin's done deep and Mayoman's got the inside. There is no chance Colin is keeping this one. As there we see Mayoman gets the position. Colin forced to go back as Marcel on Brown up the inside. Marcel wasn't even making the corner, let alone Brown. And I mean, really not the right place to be making a move there, Marcel. Not the right place. As Radar and Button and Shea and Trinksy all go in the pits, which means that Reese will take the lead, as Colin here has been overtaken by James. Reese with the fastest lap, Colin into the pits. Trench is just overtaking Fashings as well. Shea with the fastest lap now. No, not Shea, sorry, James. Luke Vessel then steals it off him. Wow. A lot of people are getting fastest laps, aren't they? And moving up the field, Marcel right here with James. Sorry, with Shea. How am I getting those two confused? With Shea and Brown. So it's a nice DRS here, but Redar's also got... Redar's out of the DRS section. And everyone's got DRS there. Ooh, Shea. Again, not the right place to be making a move. As Redar's got past Jack. Redar with DRS, so he should be able to get away. We look at this as James gets past Mayor Man. Button there, close behind as well. And we can just see this long, long battle all the way through here. Button won't be able to get Mayor Man, but Shea has got Brown. And that was a great move there from Shea. Marcel with the penalty for cutting the last corner. I think all the penalties will be that. And Shea's trying it on Mayor Man. Oh, I know that. Sorry, Button was trying it on Mayor Man. And Mayor Man is losing positions here, almost left, right and centre. And really, it's just the waiting game. Very unfortunate for him, really. But he's done quite well to get up into this position already. Riding on board with Flex Marcel. Just watching the overtakes happen. Here's Shea. Backing off on Mayor Man, who's taken the corner deep. Shea played it smart there. Was able to save ERS by going a bit slower. And he's made the overtake before the corner. Mayor Man diving it to the inside. Actually defending the position very, very well. Unfortunately, being forced to go a little bit wide. As we see here, Brown is going to try and make that move. I don't think he's close enough though. Meanwhile, we can see that Brown is right on that gearbox. So is Marcel on the gearbox of Brown. Jack King in the pits. I mean, it's so close here. All these drivers in very, very confined spaces. You know, Canada's one of those not so open tracks, but still kind of open. And it's just so... Ooh, it's so hard. You know, if you make a mistake, you're going to get overtaken. As Conal has retired from the session in the pit lane. And it's a massive DRS train here. Trench almost looked to make a move as... I don't know who that was. It was Brown who ended up having to cut the chicane. I mean, just look. Trench has made a dive on. Trixie was trying a dive bomb. Lightning Poker down in position, and everyone is just getting overtaken by everyone. Flex Marcel right on the back of Mayor Man. Mayor Man, the leader of this train. And I mean, not anymore, as Flex Marcel's made the move. But already Brown is on here. Brown is waiting to make this move, and so is Luke Vettel on Trinksy. I mean, Mayor Man, really forcing Brown out wide there. Luke Vettel's trying to make it free wide. Oh dear God, no. Oh, there's some wing gone. Brown ended up having to cut the corner. Luke Vettel and Mayor Man both getting in front of him again. That was Flex Marcel who lost his wing. Mayor Man defending to the inside. Luke Vettel just having to push him really down this straight. As Mayor Man ends up cutting the corner again. Lightning Poker's got past Jack King, who's retired. It's a safety car. Mayor Man is in luck. Reese and Reed are both unable to pit. However, technically anyone else behind can. I don't know if they will though. I mean, is there much point? James decided not to. So does Button. You know, Flex Incel able to change his wing here. Mega Man goes in along with all of these guys. I mean, wow. Even Brown on his hards has chosen to go in. Very interesting stuff here. Very interesting indeed. My apologies, we're just having a drink there. So I'll wait for everyone to get out the pit so far. So most people have gone for the mediums. Not sure if they'll take you to the end, but I'm positively sure they will. As Radar just kind of stops on track. That was fun. I think he's trying to get back past here. Yeah, okay, he's trying to get back past. That's fair. Don't know what happened to him there, but it seems like now, including Ghost Rider, everyone should be out the pits. So where has this actually ended up with people? So most people have done 1 or 2 stops. Well, everyone's done at least 1. Now the most improved position is Sankey, you're dead with 12. For like Colin with 9 and Mega Man with 6. Obviously most down and still in today's race. Flex, Marcel and Ghost Rider down 7. Saying wow. Barton's back with a 5-second time penalty for speeding under safe. Oh no, it's multiple warnings. Oops. So a safety car should be in, not this lap, but next lap. And that will be very interesting to see. Obviously, Reese and James able to stretch their mediums out a little bit longer now. I mean, to me, there's no doubt they'll have to pit again, along with everyone else in the top 8. I think Marcel is the only one who can realistically keep his tyres in the top 10. Oh, and Luke Vessel. Yeah, Luke's going to be able to keep his tyres. Everyone else, I think, 1 lap old mediums, he should be fine. And to the end, yeah, it's 22 laps, but if you're good with tyre wear. Oh, as Lightning Poke is overtaking Fashings. That's fun. Do 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 do. And Sankey dead to do a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane because he's chosen to enter the pits now. Why? I honestly don't know. It would have been so much better if he just and Shade didn't even go in the pits. So unless he's lost his wing. And if he has, he's an absolute donut. Sankey, you're an absolute donut, by the way. You got the biggest donut I've seen since, like, Dunkin' Donuts. And this race is going well for the Williams team. Currently 6th and 7th. Very good start. Unfortunately, both the Alphas do seem to be out. And unfortunately for the Toro Rossos, neither of them are in the points. Oh, look at that safety car in this lap. Here comes the point where Reese just decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm not even going to try and stay with the safety car. Oh, we've actually made it. Oh, Reese is actually going half decent pace. Imagine this from a safety car restart. Someone going, not full pace, but he's definitely going at some speed. I'm very impressed. There are people already trying to make overtakes, aren't there? And it's very unlikely you'll be able to make an overtake from this, but if you do, it's a fucking miracle. I mean, Redar's already on the arse of James, so... That one Trench is overtaking Brown. Rip. Has he had a flag? Oh, the Jigsaw has retired. Oh. Well, looks like the Force Indias. Oh, sorry, the Mercs have to struggle without him. AKA James, defend off Redar for your life. I don't know what to watch, this or that with Marcel. Just a few positions behind us. But Marcel going for the aggressive overtakes. Ooh. Collins ended up missing his braking zone. And Marcel now being pressured by Luke Vessel. Obviously no DRS so far. But pure slipstream alone should get this move done for Luke. Oh no, Luke decides to stay behind. The fact he's actually made that choice very much surprises me. He's actually used a different kind of ERS mode. Ooh, Marcel there. Sheesh. Really cutting Luke off, but Luke luckily backed off, so, you know, we can, at least we know Luke's smart enough to back off there. Just having a look at some of the gaps here for battles, as Brown and Ghost Rider very, very close. As, ooh, Brown looking to make a dive there. Ghost Rider chooses his inside line. Brown going for the switchback, however, can't make it. Trench is overtaking Colin and is now quite a ways ahead of him. Meanwhile at the front, Redar closing in on James. Not going to be able to make the move here. Surely will be able to on the start finish straight though. Depends on his exit, but James has got, honestly, a much better one. DRS enabled. Redar unable to make the move. But Flex Marcel going up the inside of Trinksy. I mean, Trinksy more or less turned into him there. Don't know if that would be Marcel's bad braking movements, but Luke Vessel also trying to make a move there. Wouldn't recommend it, Chief. Would not recommend. 10 out of 10. And again, Redar on the back of James still. I think these two are quite evenly matched. Just think James is getting unlucky due to the fact that there is so much DRS on this track. But we'll have to wait and see now that the DRS is properly activated. If it is just the DRS that's helping Redar out. But here we go. Redar looking at that Merc. Unable to make the move though into the last corner. Oh, there's contact. There was a bit of contact. Redar getting a penalty for it. Well, not for the contact, but for other stuff. And oh, Ghost Rider's out. Yikes. And it's a virtual safety car. I think this is the point of the race where we're going to stop all the actual racing like we were having so much earlier. And now we're just going to have the, you know, game part of it. Where it's just virtual safety car, virtual safety car, virtual safety car, actual safety car. And the second this restart, oh, great one, Trench, great one. The second this restarts, yeah, some drivers are really going to be fucked. One of whom, by the way, is James. Or Redar's wing if he wants to get any closer to the Mercedes rear end, and old Trinksy's binned it. Trinksy's binned it. That is not fun. 10 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. And oh my gosh, James is trying it on Reese. Oh, Reese there. Pushing him in the grass, and James gets the penalty for it? I mean, I don't really find that fair. I think James should have given the position back to Reese, but definitely a hard one to call. I have to talk to the admins about that one. As Fashinks just diving in on Colin and then cutting him off completely. Nice one, Fashinks, nice one. Round of applause for complete and utter bullshittery. That's Colin now forced to stay behind his teammate, Brown. Oh, Lightning Poke is overtaking Trinksy. Meanwhile, back with the battles we kind of care about. Jokes, we care about everything. Apart from the ones we miss. It's Reese on the back of James, the Scotsman versus the Irishman. And behind them we have Buttons back versus Shay, the Irishman versus the Englishman. And as you can tell, the people in front have actually won those battles. Apart from one with Button, because Button went in the pits. Because, you know, why not? Oh, and Reese has just gone up the inside, but not been able to make the move at all. James, well defended. And now Reese is stuck between two Rising Phoenix drivers. So basically, he's fucked. Oh, and Luke Vessels overtaken Marcel. Well, that took him long. Fashink's now behind Brown too. Marcel's got some DRS here. Can he get past Luke Vessel? Luke's gone to the inside, Marcel to the out. I mean, it was a good side-by-side action there, but Marcel does take the lead back from Luke Vessel. As Luke up the inside there, that's very, very good lines from him. There's no doubt he's got this. Surely. Luke Vessel takes Marcel round the outside. Marcel slots in just behind Luke. Ooh, it's tight between these two. I could watch this battle for quite a while as Reese and Trench both from the pits. Reese in for some new mediums. Trench in for new... I don't know what he's going for. Mainly because he's a Force India. And... also Button's back in. Oh no, Trench did not go in, but he said... oh no, he did for his drive-through. Makes sense. There's the yellow flag in Sector 1 by the way, which I don't know who it is. But Reese has overtaken Trench. Button's back in again. Still a yellow flag in Sector 1. It looks like it may be Trench. Oh, Trench is out. And there's a safety car. Well. Trinksy almost brake checks Button's back. Then surely every driver's just going straight here. Straight into the pits. But there's no driver who's telling me they're not choosing to go in the pits here. And luckily for everyone, Radar doesn't even get held up. So Radar will be taking the lead of this race yet again with fresh mediums. Followed by Shay. Then Colin on 14 lap old tyres. Followed by RP James, who's got Sankia dead behind him. Then Luke Vessel. Then who's got 5 lap old mediums. Mega Man with 10 lap old mediums. Reese with 1 lap old mediums. Flex Marcel. Then Brown, Lightning Poker. Buttons back? Yeah, Buttons back. Finally followed by Fashinks and Trinksy. And Marcel's just got a penalty for colliding with Reese. Wow. Wonder what's going on in chat then. Just have a quick sneak peek. Unless there's actually nothing going on in chat. Okay, no, nothing's going on in chat. What a shame. In other news, people are pissing again. Which, you know, is expected considering there's a safety car. Imagine not pissing under safety car. Well, that'd be so weird. But anyway, the safety car possibly in the slap, I'm not too sure, I haven't really been looking. But the order goes Reader, Shea, Colin on like... Okay, Colin's going to the end on these tyres, because it's Colin. James, Sanka, Reese, Brown, Lightning Poker, Fashinks, Luke Vessel, Mayo Man, Button, Marcel, Trinksy. This could be interesting from the restart. So no restart with this lap. It will be next. Oh no, it is this lap. Okay. And here's the slow restart. She's just like, get on with it, you scrub. Nobody wants to go 150 kilometers per hour. Oh, there he goes, finally. That's actually worked. Shea loses 4 tenths there. Mega Man's retired. Unsure what's happened. But James is overtaking Colin, who went super deep. Anchor on him. Reese for a time penalty, and Luke Vessel doing everything about Lightning Pokers. Flex, Marcel, and Button's back. I don't really want to see a gearbox. Oh, as Reese smashes into the back of Sankey dead. Lightning Poker and Luke Vessel fighting quite a bit. I know it's chosen to go on the softs. Are you sure you can take your softs that long? That is my main question. As Luke Vessel's finally got past Lightning Poker, Sanka trying his best to get past Colin. And you can see behind Reese, just everyone's really trying their best to, you know, make some moves and gain some positions, but Colin at the moment holding up a train. As Fashinks gets a 3-second time penalty, and well, Reese is just keeping in front of Fashinks, just about. I'm sure someone's going to make a move here somewhere. Unfortunately, we're at the point where nobody's really able to. Everyone's kind of just on different strategies, really running severely different races, and Colin masterminding it all. Oh, and there's the move you're going to see, Luke Vessel dive bombing it. Marcel trying to follow him. And if you can't tell, it's almost worked. Let me rephrase that. It has worked. It's worked wonders, but Brown's going for the switchback. Guess he's not. Colin's in the pits, and I mean, that wasn't expected at all, was it? Felix Marcel up the inside, getting the good dive from Reese. Has been overtaken by Sanka. And that is a surprise. Sanka keeping the position currently. Oh wait, Sanka was in front anyway, but still. As Marcel and Luke collide, but I don't think it actually happened. I think it was just desync. I mean, Fashinks has even trying to get in on this fight. This is amazing. Oh, and Fashinks has lost it. Yikes. He's now even behind Button's back. Ooh. As Luke Vessel just dive bombed it again. I mean, he's used the grass. I think he's done that every time. I'm not too sure though. I haven't been checking, but surely that's not legal. I mean, Reese just getting overtaken by these soft runners, and to be honest, these soft runners definitely looking like they will keep their positions, but Reese gets a penalty for corner cutting. There isn't one there given to Marcel though. Brown going up the inside. Unfortunately didn't make the move, but Sanka again defending well. Defending like a champ. I mean, Luke, that's definitely not the corner. Yeah, that's not where you take the corner there. And wait, what is this from Flex? He just keeps dive bombing Reese here. Sanka's got a 3-second penalty. Luke Vessel still on the back of him. Brown's overtaken Reese as well. Reese really dropping off here. I mean, wow. Even Button's got past, and Fashinks. I think Reese may have some wing damage here. Luke Vessel now up into 4th. Button's back's got past Brown. Fashinks also trying to make the move, as he's ended up kind of in the World Champions, kind of not. But Reese into the pits. Flex Marcel now trying to get in on Sanky Dead. There's a yellow flag. It's Button. Don't know what's happened, but Brown's Lightning Poker has had to cut a corner there. Sanka with a time penalty, and Marcel and Luke Vessel are both away. Fashinks has overtaken Lightning Poker, but Lightning Poker trying to come back here around the outside. Oh, not given the space, and he's okay. Looked like he spun there, but Trinksy now in front of Lightning Poker on this battle for the top 10. Oh god, your engine is really turning out to be something. And wow, Button. Wow. Wow. What on earth was that? What on earth was that? Just wow. And then Button goes and pits. I don't even know what that was. I'm not even going to dignify that vague thought. Flex Marcel. Here he goes. Gaining up to Luke Vessel. Both of these two seem like they're evenly paced throughout this race. Another two who seem to be evenly paced, Sanky Dead and Brown. Both been out the front for some time. You know, both been able to lead packs. But unfortunately, I just don't think either of them at the moment have what it takes. Ooh, it's Brown really going for that move. He's going to make it stick. And that is Brown up into 6th position. But also getting a time penalty because the last corner is evil. Button had to go into some new mediums. The guys on softs surely should be feeling wear by now. And actually you can tell that by the fact that Luke Vessel losing time to the guys in front. They are currently an 11.3 second gap. And tell you that now that gap is only going to get bigger. Just have a feeling. But here goes Fashinks on Sanka. Fashinks going for the outside line in the hairpin. Busting with a 3 second time penalty. Ooh. Fashinks not leaving a single ounce of room for Sanka. Here comes Trinksy. It's his turn to shine. Trinksy down the inside. Up into P8. Sanka down to P9. Colin with a 3 second penalty. James has finally caught up to Shea here and now has DRS. Hopefully these two can use that to their advantage and try and catch up to Redar. But currently I think this race could be all but Redar's, considering he only had, oh no, he has 2 penalties here. Shea currently with 4. James with just, well, with 3. Buttons back sets the fastest lap of the race. Oh yeah, Shea letting James through there. May have been James's push for fastest lap, but doesn't get it. Marcel still trying to gain onto Luke Vessel. Trinksy on Fashinks, going for a gap. Fashinks really just closed the door there. Trinksy hadn't moved out, Fashinks would have ended up putting him in the wall. Three laps left to go. Marcel with a 3 second time penalty. And he's got past Luke Vessel. He's finally gone and done it. Luke coming for the cutback. Marcel has DRS. Luke, all he has is slipstream to use. And he's lost so much to Marcel there. Reese with a 3 second time penalty. At the moment it does look like Luke Vessel may be losing out to Marcel here. But on penalties I think Luke Vessel may be winning out of the two of them. There's almost contact there. Luke just able to slow down in time. As it's very, very deep from. Oh, that's no. Luke, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And he's just trying to take him out. The fuck is wrong with you, Luke? The fuck is wrong with you? I bet he hasn't even recorded this footage for that. You don't just try and take someone out. No matter where it is, not even if they're your friend. You just don't do that. Anyway, Trinksy's on the back of Fashinks. Trinksy been waiting to get this move done for ages. Fashinks on really, really worn softs. Here comes Trinksy. Up the inside. Fashinks now down to 7th position. Ooh, bumper cars. That should be league ban. I agree. I completely and wholeheartedly agree. Buttons back for a 3-second time penalty. I'm surprised. The amount of time penalties people are getting, nobody's been disqualified yet. Apart from Luke, who should be disqualified instantly. Reese with another 3-second penalty. Ooh. Looks like the battle of 10th is who's got the most penalties. Meanwhile, the battle of 2nd is who's got the most penalties. Yeah, no, I completely agree, Patrick. That is not acceptable. And yes, he's a good driver when he wants to be. However, moves like that just show why you have to be mature enough to race. You know, you can't just lash out at people. A lot of kids in the league or irresponsible drivers do it. Not in just in this league, but in many leagues do that, and you know they get punished for it. Kids like Tim Wentink. I don't know how to say his name. People like, you know, David Woolbank in PSGL. You know, just unacceptable moves. Even if he is a friend, that's still completely unacceptable. It doesn't matter who you're friends with. It really doesn't. If you're in a league and you're trying to take people out, even if they're your friend, it's unacceptable. I've said that many times now. And well done, Reader, for winning today's race. I'm so sorry we didn't actually look at you much at all. James comes 2nd. Shay in 3rd. It'll be Flex Marcel taking home 4th position. And then it'll be Brown to come across the line in 5th. And oh my gosh, the out of penalties there. Trinksy takes 5th. Fashinks 6th. Brown at 7th. Sankey dead 8th. Rewrite, Lightning Poker 7th, Brown 8th, Sankey dead 9th. Rewrite, Colin 8th, Brown 9th, Sankey dead 10th. I don't know who took 11th and 12th. Luke, still, that doesn't give you the necessity reason to take him out. That just does not give you a reason to take him out at all. If I said jump off a cliff, you wouldn't do it. So why, if someone says take them out, would you do it? Literally, one is actual suicide, the other is career suicide. If Nico Rosberg were here, he'd be making a thumbnail saying, "Is Luke Vettel's career over?" And I'll be honest. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Well on to Reader though, getting 1st place. James 2nd, Shay 3rd, Marcel 4th, Trinksy 5th, Fashinks 6th, Lightning Poker 7th, Colin 8th, Brown 9th, Buttonsbank 10th, Sanka dropped down to 11th. And I've got to give my four personal driver of the days. I've got to give it to the top 3. Really think they worked hard for their positions. I also think Trinksy fought hard too, but I'm going to give my 4th one to Fashinks for everyone to vote. So, Reader, James, Shay, and Fashinks. You'll find those votes up on the Twitter when Trench posts them. Anyway, I've been your commentator for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.